Welcome to another good goal or bad defending West Ham against Arsenal. This is actually quite a good goal to watch. I've got to do a lot of talking just so I can get over the copyright to start with. Now, if you actually quite look at it, West Ham have actually been playing all right since David Moyes has taken back over. They're set up. You can see that they've been defending here for quite a bit. They've it's a messy back line, but it's kind of there. Got another almost solid line there. They're actually looking all right, to be fair. There's no real pressure on the ball, but you really can't because they can just whip it in at any minute. And let's watch what happens. Little dink pass split between these two guys here. That's an intelligent run because he's coming inside into the gap. Right there was the space. His intelligent run was coming into it, and this guy found him. Great, good little run. There's no, you don't always have to go down the line. Running inside is so much more dangerous than trying to get down the line a lot of the times. Let's have a little look what he does next. Has a little touch, does a little bit of a shimmy. Ooh, if I'm him, I'm probably going here because that's the player I can see. Right? That's what I can see, so that's where I'm going to play the ball. Not quite happy there because look, he's got a bit of separation. He's starting to ball watch and forget about his man. So's he and so's he. Ooh, he's gone outside a little bit. He's just kind of stood on the edge outside the 18-yard box now, isn't he? Ball's on his foot. He's got good pressure around him, though. I mean, there's enough players. I don't really like having the extra player behind, but there's enough players there. As the ball goes, knocks it. Now this is a quality pass. He just threads the eye of a needle through a whole bunch of players. This goes all the way through. But again, if you look in the middle, they're all ball watching. They're not picking up their players. You can see number 34 there, number 5. That there's a gap between almost everybody. Can't do that. You just can't do that. All of a sudden, what happens? Ball trickles along. It's in the back of the goal. No one's picking up on that back post. And you can see here as well that they're all looking at the ball. No one's taking a look around just to see who's around them and be alert to any danger. Yeah, the ball's dangerous, but as I said, as a defender, you look at the ball, look at the player, look at the ball, look at the player. If you're not doing that, you're going to get caught out. They did, and that's why they went 1-0 down. Let's have a look at the next goal. Okay, here we have another situation where West Ham are defending. Not so deep this time, but they're getting their line up. They're pushing everybody up a bit. He's going, obviously, the pass is going out to him. He's actually anticipating it. Look, we have a Premier League football player trying to play football. Yay. Good job, buddy. So he's going to try to get there. One of the things I always say when I'm coaching, do you want to get there before or after the ball? And everyone I've ever coached knows because it's a setup question. You don't want to get there before or after the ball. You want to get there at the same time. So you're on their touch, right? So you can actually try to nick it. If you get there before, they can always step to the ball and beat you. So you want to get there almost just at the same time. Right, as we go, stop it here. What's the problem again? We already know. Who's not marked? Who's not marked here? He's not marked. Over here, we know he's not marked, and we know he's not marked. And he's not really even being marked, is he? And there's 2 Arsenal players and 1 West Ham player there. Don't know where you're going, mate. He's off. Look, he just has to come up and mark with him. You can have 3 West Ham players on these 2 players here. Make it a mess in the middle. Make it impossible for these guys to do anything. Not that it matters much in this case, but that would be just good. What's the word I'm looking for? Work ethic. Just doing the right thing all the time. They just don't want to in the Premier League. Ball goes into the back post. Wait. The last goal we watched, that really nice little intricate passing goal, wasn't the man free on the back post last time? Just like this again. No one's even paying attention. No one's even noticed the guy on the back post. In he comes. Puts it in the back of the goal. Arms up. Can't stand it. Actually, I think he's looking to the linesman. He is. I think one of these 2 here are trying to ask the left backs, why the hell is he unmarked on the back post? I don't think they're actually asking for the linesman. I think he's doing the same thing. He's asking his teammate, how the hell is he free, unmarked on the back post? Didn't that just happen on the other side? And he's going, well, you guys messed up on that side. I thought I could mess up on this side. So let's get on to the next goal and see what happens. Here we go. Arsenal are in possession here. The ball's coming in to Arsenal's midfielder. I think it's Arsenal midfielder here. Yeah, it must be. It's coming in. Oof. Not much else is really happening. This guy's making a run of bean for the ball. Let's see what happens. nicks it, gets in there. He immediately puts his hand up and asks for a handball. If you ever listen, you know exactly how I feel about that. Chop his hand off, stop raising your hand and play the game of football, because you're probably good enough and you're probably fast enough to win that ball back off this kiddie. But you're not. You're too busy asking for, oh, help me, it's not fair, he took the ball away. And you actually find this. Mini Ratface at Man United does this all the time. Players think that they are sort of immune to actually playing well all of the time. After they play like a couple of good games, 5 or 10, or they're playing well or they're on a winning side, it's almost like the arrogance of, how dare you tackle me? Do you not understand who you're playing against? That's who this guy reminds me of right here. You're not supposed to tackle me. It must be a foul. Can't be me for being useless on the ball. Ball goes off. Now he's realised it. Penalty. That's all because one guy didn't. I don't know if he would have won the ball, but I don't think his centre back would have made such a rash decision. Now, let's have a quick look at the. He points to the spot. See if I can get the little clip here. Now, the reason why I think he's making a last-ditch effort and the other guy's making mistakes, I watched a bit of this game as well, it reminds me very much of what I was watching in the Newcastle game the other day. When you're under pressure, and it's coming down to the pressure part of the season, Newcastle and Arsenal are feeling it. You can see it in their players. They were 2-0 up last week, I think, and they ended up 2-2. They were 2-0 up this week, and they ended up 2-2. I think those players can start to, sense the pressure. That's why this defender is making such a rash, stupid challenge and catching him. That's what's going on here. So I think you're going to get more mistakes out of Arsenal in the next week or so. Well, we'll find out. I think they play Friday, and we'll find out a lot about their real character then, because Man City are going to come down and keep applying that pressure on them, and I think they're going to struggle if they keep playing like this. So obviously the penalty goes in. Can't be bothered to show that. We'll get on to the last goal. Okay, this goes into the exact same thing. Arsenal have the possession of the ball. Instead of playing the ball out the back, which they've been doing all season, they smack it away. As they smack the ball away, here it goes back here. They haven't done that all year. They have not just smacked the ball down the field for no reason whatsoever. All of a sudden, it's going to come and drop to this kiddie, and he's going to do a good old-fashioned up and under just to see what happens. Right? Not a bad play. Does an up and under. He comes in on side, making a deep line run. Oof. You can't really say much about the defending, because the defence has been caught out by the bad pass out. They've just given the ball to West Ham and given them the opportunity just to do this lob back in. And they've actually caught themselves out a bit as well, because they've actually played well. They've all got up properly and they've all got out. It actually left the space in for this lob to go in. If they hadn't, they'd been lazy, it might just come straight back onto a whole group of players. Great little run in though. Even better little finish, and it's in the back of the net for 2-2. Interesting, because his finish is also very similar to the same sort of goal the Arsenal scored a minute ago. But overall, it's not really good. That's just, I think it's sloppy defending from Arsenal. The fact that they gave the ball away in the first place. That's what really got me on this. It's not so much the lack of the terrible defending. It's the fact that they gave the ball away so cheaply and got punished for it really, really quickly. But there we go. I'll see you next time.